Welcome to week 2 of our MOOC. Let's begin by quickly reviewing the 3 truths we discussed in week 1. There's the ever-rising tidal wave of information. Remember the 16 million coffee cups in 2011 had grown to 152 million in 2013? Number 2, that people don't have one more minute in their day, which means that the competition for that precious commodity, their time, is ferocious, and it's getting worse as each day passes. And number 3, that the world is getting ever more complicated. But if you give people engaging content that enables them to make better decisions and improve their lives at work and at home, they'll consider giving you their time. To win in this environment, organizations must determine the few prioritized messages that are key to fostering their strategic movement forward. You know, taking up people's time with non-strategic content is not only wasteful, it teaches the important audiences that you want to reach to pay no attention to everything you say. Now we're going to meet Professor Rachel Davis-Mercy. She specializes in understanding audiences here at the Medill School at Northwestern, and her research contradicts 2 things that professionals who try to communicate have traditionally believed. The first is that their job is to tell the audience what the organization wants them to know. Rachel says her research shows that's wrong. So, welcome, Rachel. And why is that wrong?
What we know is that people will only learn about things that they're motivated to learn about. That is to say, people will accept what they need to know from an organization that delivers what they want to know. Think about your favorite newspaper or magazine. You're more willing to read about topics that may not be of particular interest to you because it's in a source that understands who you are and serves your needs.
And so let's go on then to the second one. You compounded blowing up the first by saying there really are no more mass audiences. For most people in organizations, they want everybody inside or everybody outside to take in their message. They can't? Why can't they?
I think you're exactly right to say there are no more mass audiences. That's something organizations have to accept from the beginning. The organizations we see being particularly successful at reaching mass audiences are doing it because they aggregate a number of targeted audiences. So think about something as ubiquitous as Facebook. Facebook has a large mass audience, if you will, because it serves a number of different smaller audiences with a variety of needs. High schoolers are on there for a very different reason, John, than you and I are on there. And ultimately, Facebook's success in the marketplace is being able to aggregate all those targets into one product. And that's really where organizations need to be focusing if they want scale.
So, okay, I see the 2 points you're making. And if I'm listening to this MOOC, I'm going to say, so what's the science behind that? Give me some underpinning so that I can really buy into those results.
There really is science behind this. People's emotional and cognitive limitations are real. They can only attend to a certain number of topics deeply at one time. So people only pay attention to topics when they're motivated to do so. And there are things that precede motivation, and that's what's most important to organizations. The idea that self-interest and social identification precede motivation. So organizations have to understand their audience's social identifications and self-interest needs so they can craft messages that serve them where they are.
Okay, so let me just back up for a second. I want to ask a sort of 2-part question. You're saying I'm in an organization, you're the organization, and you want to reach me with something, but you have to target me, and you have to understand what I'm interested in before we get to what the organization's interested in. Is that the...
Not only do I have to understand you and what you're interested in, I have to understand you, your lifestyle, your needs and behaviors so well that I can predict what you need even if you don't know you need it. One of the biggest mistakes organizations make is asking someone, what do you need? No one knew they needed an iPhone until iPhones were invented. Organizations that are most successful are going to get ahead of that curve by understanding people's lifestyles, behaviors, attitudes, and crafting their messages to serve them where they are and advance their lifestyle in some significant way.
So it's kind of a 1-2 punch. First, you got to give me something that you just know I want. Because like my favorite newspaper or magazine or TV show, I'm going to come there because I know I'm going to get it. That's number 1?
Absolutely.
And then you're going to anticipate a need because you know so much about me and you're going to meet that need.
Exactly. And it may not be the message that I thought my organization initially wanted to deliver. It becomes something of a blend where the organization is serving its needs by understanding the audience better.